So yeah, I mean, if you want to shoot your credibility, if you want to distort your movement, if you want to make the red pill look like a movement for losers that hate women and also hate minorities and value reason, you know, it's in your dating preferences, it's in your language, it's in the way that you insult people, that's okay. Have your movement. But when people discredit it and laugh at it, you're going to be one of the principal reasons why with your behavior. Instead of holding frame, instead of being stoic the way you present in the red pill and handling your stuff well, you get poked and prodded and all of a sudden you unleash this. So, you know, if you're proud of this, congratulations, brother. You played yourself. I don't think there's much to be said.
Fresh and Fit has been one of the greatest red pill podcasts that we have ever saw. You know, for a long time on social media, the red pill guys was in a little circle amongst themselves and nobody really paid them any attention. And Kevin Samuels came out with his talking points and his rhetoric, and he blew up to the point where 25,000 people would come to listen to him and watch him talk before he passed away. So now what happened, a lot of young YouTubers began to watch a lot of the red pill content and knew that it could be very lucrative. So they started to grift a lot of the talking points. Take those talking points and they took it out to a greater audience. But it got watered down and a lot of the message wasn't really red pill message. It was just basically regurgitating what you heard and copying it for profit, right? And one of these groups was Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit came out and listen, they took YouTube by storm. These guys made millions of dollars. You know, they would invite women on and disrespect them and kick them off, and it became a thing. They was like number 3 in the world in super chats. Everybody wanted to be in the Fresh and Fit business. I mean, it was 2 cornballs that was like the dorks in school that nobody ever really cared about. But for some reason, online, they was able to become the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. They was able to blow up. Well, now we're starting to see 2024, you saw the downfall. You saw them get demonetized. You saw them get kicked off of different platforms. But now you start to see the breakup because Fresh has now been going against Myron with all the things that Myron's been doing and all like the trash talk and all the disrespectful comments that he's made about other groups. You're starting to see now Fresh come out against this, right? But Fresh was already going at it with Aiden Ross. He was already going at it with Sneeko. Y'all remember when he was warning Sneeko about his rhetoric and how it was bad for business. Y'all remember this?
I mean, to tell people what happened in that room, I can say it right now.
Say it.
It was me, Luke Belmar, his brother, Myron wasn't there, and Tristan and Andrew.
Remember. That was before I got banned.
Yeah, I know. I'm giving the full context here, right?
And they warned me. You're going to yap for 5 minutes about something. Yes, you warned me.
What's going to happen.
And I did not care.
Understandable.
Okay.
Then we were shopping, me, you, and Musa, in the UK. You got an email or a text or something like that, you got banned. You were instantly like anybody would be. You were like, damn, like quiet as a mouse. Understandable. I'll be the same way too. Then I was like, bro, what are you gonna do now? Remember, Luke told you. You're like, I don't know. Understandable. Then I asked you a little later on, do you regret doing this? You said no. But you did say, we wish it didn't happen because things would be different. You'd probably be further ahead.
Okay, so you just proved my point.
Huh?
You just proved my point. I never regretted the decisions I made.
No. You said verbally you didn't regret it, but I could see it.
And see, Sneeko, he was another one that was following behind Myron and all those, and Andrew Tate and all those guys, and they was all getting kicked off. Every platform they go on to, they was getting knocked off, right? But then Aiden Ross also, because he was dealing with Nick Fuentes, right? And remember, Aiden Ross came and he said this.
I got a message to Nick Fuentes. Nick, I like you, but I need to maybe revisit and rethink some things. I'm not joking. My American Express got shut down yesterday, randomly. No reason, swear. It's okay, like I have some people I'm gonna call and get it unbanned, but they just banned me randomly from American Express. Swear to God. All my life. I'm not even joking. I swear to God. I don't know if I'm banned, but they said some stupid shit happened. Swear to God, bro. I'm not even joking. I have no reason to lie about that. I put that on my life. My Amex just stopped working, and they said like something about my account being shut down.
And see, they're not seeing eye to eye right now because Myron is still going off on his tirades, getting them kicked off of every platform. And Fresh knows that it's bad for business. He knows that you can't talk about that protected class. You can't. It doesn't make any sense to talk about that protected group and mess up your bag and mess up your money. But Myron, on the other hand, he wants to get with these W supremacist, W nationalist men and be on those platforms where the dark-skinned brother, Fresh, knows that they don't like him. He knows that he doesn't belong over there with them, right? So now they're on this guy Jake Shields' podcast, and Jake Shields used to be like a one of mixed martial arts champions, right? And they're commenting and they're saying this.
You don't like the controversial content that much, huh? Cost money is the problem.
There's no point to it.
Cost money. I mean, it's.
Listen, I'm all for the truth, but like reality speaking, once it gets shut down, no one cares.
So Jake Shields and Myron, these are two guys that they don't like that protected group. And they like to speak out against that group. But see, what I found out is we already knew that this was a grift. We already knew that they was doing whatever they can do to make money. This wasn't real. But now when things is getting real, Fresh is like, man, I can't be a part of this. Man, I can't, I can't be down with this. He knows that, and he's trying to warn Myron, like, yo, listen, you barking up the wrong tree. It's bad for business. And Jake Shields is, listen, he's standing 10 toes down on what he believes in, but Fresh knows better. And Fresh is saying this.
The problem is, bros, that like sponsors don't want it, companies don't want it, platforms don't want it. So at some point you're gonna be in the corner by yourself.
Or we'll change the landscape and people will start having these conversations across aisles.
Well, the book was written, they win at the end of the day, so you can't beat those people.
But see, with all of this being said, Fresh is just laying back in the cut chilling, not saying anything because he knows, he's felt the effects of losing money, getting kicked off platforms, so he knows that Fresh is 100% right. But in his defiant stance, this is what he's saying.
That they use, right? And it's really annoying. Thank God for platforms like Rumble and X, right? Where people are able to still push it out. It's just about, now I think it's about being smart where like you can put the truth out, but you got to just be careful about where you put it out and then push people to that platform, right?
Yeah.
So like we could talk about this certain topic, but we obviously just can't do it on certain platforms. We got to do it in other places. So, hey, you guys want the truth? You guys got to go over here.
And again, Fresh is trying to warn them about that protected group. Right? And he's saying, like, how are you going to fight against them? And, a lot of these people own everything. You should be worrying about doing what you do. Let's get back to doing what we was doing when we was fresh and fit, getting this money. Why are we talking about them? For what? It's counterproductive. It goes against our money. And what happens is Myron has linked up with a lot of these W guys that's very disgruntled and upset now that Trump, and with Trump getting back in office, they feel like they have a voice. They feel like they have say-so. So Myron is linking up with these guys. And Fresh is saying, no, it's a recipe for disaster. Why? Because these guys don't like the protected class. And they are very angry. And they're voicing their opinion across America. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff that's going on, right? And Myron, he wants to be a part of that. Fresh knows that he will never be accepted with that group, with those W nationalist guys, right? They're so mad at the protected class, they're online saying this.
This year, our message needs to be this. We want no part of this anymore. We want our independence. We white people want our independence. We are sovereigntists. We want sovereignty. That's what we want. Forget about taking America back. There is no America. It's an economic zone. There's all these different races plotting. I just saw a bunch of Indians in a space on X literally spell out what they need to do. We need to have power in the media, and we got to have PACs for politics to move for pro-India and anti-Hindu phobia. I'm like, wow. And I'm like, what about my group? Well, we're not allowed to do that because of anti-Semitism. Well, them and everyone else that thinks like this.
And see, my friends, what you're witnessing now is the breakup of Fresh and Fit. Because Fresh knows that he cannot be a part of this because whatever they had going on is done. It's done. They're never going to be able to rekindle that magic that they actually had when they was making those millions of dollars. Myron destroyed it. And Fresh played a part in it because when you saw Myron going the way he went, you supported a lot of this stuff. You supported it. So you reaping what you sow as well. But with him going over to that W nationalist group, they're never going to accept you because they don't even accept Myron. Right? And now y'all getting demonetized on every platform you go on because you made a mistake. You're going after that protected group. Why are you worrying about them? You shouldn't even be mentioning them. You know, at one point I used to do that, but it's counterproductive. Why? I just go out and make the money and take it back to my group. I go out and do what I need to do and bring resources back to my people. I'm not sitting there talking about them because they own all the platforms. And if they want to get you out of there, you out of there. It's just that simple. So it's counterproductive, man. You know, and like I said, Myron knows this, and Fresh knows this. Fresh knows that his days is numbered, so he'll rather just jump ship, get up one out of there, and figure out a way to go do him in another way. But man, this thing got real goofy, man. This thing is real crazy. But now you're witnessing the breakup of Fresh and Fit. This is what they get. I don't feel bad for them at all, man. But I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.